Truth and love, y'all. I got my camera set up a different way, so what up, what up, what up? How you doing? Christelle Laura here with another message, okay? Another channel message. Alrighty, I hope you guys are having a good day, a blessed day. I pray wherever you at, it's sunny as fuck. The sun came out a day early this week. Very grateful for that. I have a crap ton of messages that are just pouring through me. So bear with me. I appreciate your patience in advance. I'm getting something about the number 3. Something being done in threes. You know your my alarm's gonna go off. You know you are a magical being. Okay. Um, Let me get this one out of the way because I literally I got so many messages. It's not even funny. So I'm just trying to breathe and pace through. Okay. Um, there has been a lot of guilt. I'm hearing guilt tripping. There's been a lot of guilt in your bloodline and shame and fear, all on the lower sacral chakras. The chosen ones in your bloodline have been, I'm hearing, bogged down with guilt and shame and fear for being magical. I'm hearing Salem witch trials. Um, no matter what version of that, I'm pretty sure you understand the premise of women being killed, especially if you're a divine feminine. So if you're divine feminine in this life, and I do mean specifically females, um, there's so much guilt. I'm seeing and hearing that there's so much guilt that was placed on your womb. Okay, your sacral chakra may be affected the most out of all your chakras, and it may not seem like it because you may be doing a lot of creativity. You may be very creative yourself. You may be a writer or a drawer, or you like to invent things, or whatever the case is. Your sacral chakra is still affected somehow because you're not creating as magically as you would like to. Okay, you may still work a 9 to 5 job, and you don't want to, but the level of guilt that's been sitting there. You may also have really rough periods. You may got really rough menstrual cycles, like your cramps hurt like a motherfucker, all that. Okay, one of the reasons is because guilt is trying to pass through. So the next time you have your cycle, put your hands on your ovaries and pray for the guilt to flow through every time you change yourself. Okay, as everything is leaving your body, pray that guilt, shame, and fear goes through, and anything that bogs down any of your chakras, grief, lies, illusions, attachments, let it all go out. Do your best to align your chakras as best as possible. Now is the time to do so. Okay. But your ancestors may want you to tap into the Akashic records. Some of you are really good at seeing past lives naturally. Some of you may not be so much, but you still have the ability to tap into it. Okay. Um, Tap into, I'm hearing tap into your heart chakra because they don't want you in your heart space. There is I'm hearing a repetitive cult of religious people in your family, like almost every past life you've ever had. There's something involving a church or multiple churches, but there's one main one. And there's somebody in your family that keeps following you from past life to past life. So they'll do readings on you. I'm seeing that somebody will do a reading on you, like they'll pretend to. I'm picking up on somebody's past life. You got like an aunt or a sibling or somebody who in like every past life, and I don't want to say every past life, but like there's been multiple past lives where you had a family member come and visit you to see how you're doing. But while you're sleeping, they'll sit there and say, "Yeah, I'll take care of your affairs. I put everything in order, yada, yada, yada." They're really getting readings done on you to see where you're going to go in the next life. Okay, this person is powerful. Don't be cocky about it. Don't, like, you may know who it is, and you may get angry and say to yourself, "Well, fuck this bitch, yada yada yada, she ain't tapped into a heart space, yada yada yada." Don't slip on your heart space. And I think that's why Spirit is saying tap into your heart space, because it's not that you're not tapped into it. It's just, you may be, I'm hearing financially thirsty, but you may thirst spiritually in that moment. um, Spicy information. The betrayal is spicy. um, Elements. You understand what I'm talking about, whoever this resonates for. um, but you know how people are like, "Oh, what's the tea?" Or they sit there and be like, "Well, what's going on?" "Ooh, that's spicy." You know what I'm saying? Like, um, so you may be wanting to quench yourself with the purity of Christ consciousness in order for you to stay balanced as best as possible, knowing what you're about to hear, what you're about to witness, and all that. Tap into your heart space before you tap into your Akashic records. Okay? I know I'm saying something right because my nose won't stop. My nose won't stop itching. The sun keeps getting brighter, so I know I'm on the right track. God is good, man. But this cult, very, 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 and I mean very religious, I'm hearing dedicated to keeping you down. They have tried to slay every one of your avatars and your ancestors, who are real chosen ones. Okay, um, these people, these people really don't play around. They really sacrifice motherfuckers. I see a lot of dead squirrels. Um, they try to take away your knowledge and information. I'm seeing throat chakra. They don't want you to take in new information. You may have you may have been born with a disability of some sort, dyslexia or ADHD, and it may not seem like, if you don't really know nothing about ADHD, and I'm learning for myself too because I have it really bad. It doesn't always mean that you're bouncing off the walls. ADHD is like, is the lack of focus is so severe in many people. We can either get extremely hyper focused, or we can get stuck in a pit really quick, really easily, and feel the need to for sensory, for comfort. So we may play a lot of video games and stuff like that. But so they may have wished that for you in this life, so that you don't read, so that you feel discouraged every single time you try to read and you have a problem, getting through a sentence or a paragraph. They wanted you to be super discouraged on reading. And whatever trauma they have put you through inside the family, I am picking up a lot of abuse. Um, and it doesn't matter what kind of abuse. Abuse is abuse. You know what I'm saying? It's something you should never do to anybody, but especially a child. Um, that also puts you in, I'm hearing the word hyper a lot. So you can be very hyper. You can't sit still. Your leg is always shaking up and down, like you're always bouncing around and shit. Um, Turn this alarm off before it goes off. But they didn't want you to concentrate. They didn't want you to graduate school. None of that. Okay. Um, but this religious cult is so fucked up. I'm also picking up a lot on the throat chakra. If you're a speaker of some sort, or you're just the type of person to speak your truth, They don't want you to do that either, because you impact people very easily. You impact people like monstrously. People, you don't know it. You don't know, but people really follow what you say. They watch what you do and then they go and do it. They're like a bunch of little siblings. You know what I'm saying? You may think that people are hating on you, and many do on the low, but at the same time, on the low, many people admire you too. Okay? They like to do what you do. They like to follow your suggestions. On the low, they follow your lead. So don't ever think people ain't listening to you. They listen to you. Okay? They just may not help you produce certain results you may be looking for, whatever that is, um, or make you feel secure as a soul, as someone who is um, a chosen one or a star seed, light worker, um, whatever position, whatever high spirited position you have. You may not feel so supported by these people, but I'm telling you, they pay attention to everything you say because they look at you like you're special. You know how like when you're trying to lose weight, some of you may know this or not, or maybe when you're trying to gain weight, but like when you're trying to lose weight and then you gotta you've been putting in a lot of work and you don't see it. You feel a little bit better, but you don't see it. But you got mad people around you like, yo, like your face is changing. You know what I'm saying? Or like, oh, I can see the difference, yada yada yada. But you can't. It's like that because you've been in it for so long. You've been in the muck of the work for so long. You don't think that people really notice what you're doing, but they do. All right, and many of them do appreciate you. There's just some people you've saved their lives and they've never told you. Okay, hopefully you're not. Whoever I'm talking to, hopefully you're not the type of person that'll sit there and say, um, well, that will expect people to come up to you and be like, "Oh, you saved my life, yada yada yada." Yo, you work for God. God knows what you did. Okay, so that's ego. Next page. You know what I mean? Next page. You know what I'm saying? Just stay grateful. Just stay grateful that you're doing God's work. You don't need no praise. Okay. Recognition would be nice because you're putting in a lot of work. There's no doubt about that. Okay, but do your best to have a healthy, balanced perspective. You don't need to be looked at like fucking Joel Osteen. You know what I'm saying? I believe God. Like, don't let that shit go. You know what I mean? You don't need a mega church. Okay. Oh man, that needed to get out. But this religious cult, you know what I'm saying? These people are pissed off that you're not a part of their religion. They're pissed off that you don't go to church. They're pissed off, and they'll sit there and they'll act all understanding. Here's why they do that. There's somebody specific in your family that is, um, I look like an airhead. There's a specific person in your family. Oh, there could be an air sign, airhead. It could be an air sign. Um, they are starting to wake up, even though they. Here's the thing: they had the chance and opportunity to be a chosen one like you. They had the chance and opportunity to say yes and shake hands with God and take Him up on that position of being a light worker or um, doing something genuinely divine with their gifts. Okay, they chose not to, and that's on them. But this person is starting to wake up because the awakening is the frequency raise is inevitable, and she's going. I'm picking up. This is a woman, so it could be a grandmother, a mother, an aunt, a cousin, whoever, but they're older than you. Well, most definitely older than you. In some very, very small cases, they just may have an older soul than you. But I'm more so picking up this is age that they're older than you. They got glasses on. Very intelligent, very smart, and um, She's waking up. She's going along with the frequency. She can't help it. She is going to be one of those ones that's going to have a tower moment because of what she stole from you. Not originally what I was going to say, but something I guess I was meant to say. But she's going along with the frequency. She's waking up to when she speaks with you. If you remember, like, I don't know, I don't think you guys are keeping in contact with each other. I'm not picking up that you guys talk to each other like that, because I feel like whoever I'm talking to, you're very isolated, okay? And I'm gonna get to that in a moment. That was one of the downloads, one of the millions of downloads that I fucking got. But uh, I'm seeing follow the rainbow. That rainbow is yours. You may have a rainbow child on the way. Um, you may start to see auras. You may catch rainbows in the sky, rainbow portals as well, which I can't expand on that so much because I know I see rainbow portals all the time, but I keep forgetting what they mean. But there's rainbows all over the place. You may see it. You may see it in your new earth, or that's how you envision your new earth. Oh, I'm picking up a unicorn. Like, like, oh man, like if you got a sweet tooth or something, and if you watch like Family Guy or watch a cartoon where like a whole world is made of chocolate and candy and stuff like that, um, this is like your bubbly, beautiful, joy kind of world that you want for yourself. You're a unicorn, or you may consider yourself to be a fairy, but I'm seeing a lot of rainbows. Okay, there's a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. This could be your spiritual inheritance specifically. I'm picking up. You know, I'm feeling my like cone heads, crown chakra, like lit. Okay, I guess that's a side note. But this person in your family, you don't really talk to them. They're starting to wake up to realize, okay, well, I guess you are your own person. You know, it's a subtle, patronizing tone where it's you literally are not even gonna catch it. It's like putting droplets of poison in somebody's cereal or something when you go to feed them, or in your soup or something. The way they speak with you, it's like they speak in plain sight, and they know that you picked up on it. Like, they're realizing their tower moment is coming. They're realizing they have to give back to you everything they stole. They realize they're gonna pay karmically for what they did to you. This person and the fucking church. This person knows, but it's like she's going down with an evil grace, and so she'll sit there and say stuff like, "Oh well, you know, yeah, I guess everybody is their own person." When really what she's saying is, "Damn, I guess I could not take you fucking down." Okay, this doesn't translate to everybody, but for those of you, especially if you got people in your family who is highly intellectual, like gifted when it comes to being very book smart and stuff like that, um, especially people like that. So if that resonates with you, you know what I'm saying. Pray for the situation. Just keep your mind tapped into your heart. Okay. I'm hearing this person is running on E. That coven is running on E. There's a lot of people in the family who's a part of this shit. A lot of people in the family. Let me put this down. Rearrange my legs here. Be kind, baby. Be kind, baby. I promote that. Also learning it for myself, you know what I'm saying? Because even though I'm a kind person, you know that song by Ludacris, Slap? Yeah. You know, sometimes that's my anthem. Crap. Listen, stay in your heart space, okay? Also, one of the downloads that I got was let go of shame when it comes. Solar plexus chakra, y'all. Shame, let go of it. I don't know if you got it says no more shame. So what I did was I put the chakra affirmation up here. I will no more shame. It sounds like it doesn't make sense, but you are using your willpower to let go of shame. I will not be shamed no more. So under all chakras it says no more and then the imbalance of the chakra. So specifically right now, talking about shame. If you've been the type of person to you may want a family, um, you may actually love to meet people, to converse with people, to enjoy yourself sometimes, go to a little gathering, a little party or something, whatever. But you don't really do that no more, if at all, simply because you took so much time away to know yourself, to evolve, to know who you are without the influence of anybody else's agenda for you. Excuse me. You may also wanted to get away from a lot of talk traffic. You know what I'm saying? Word traffic, fucking gossip. I'm specifically picking that up. You fucking hate gossip. Okay? If that's the case, you and me are on the same fucking page. Cause good God, I can't fucking stand it. It's easy to get caught up in. Okay, it's easy to partake in throat chakra, but you don't like it. Okay, I always consider gossip a social cigarette. Okay, because you go out there, right? When say on your break, you having your cigarette. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I'll come out with you. And you having a cigarette with that other person, whatever. It's like a subconscious trauma bond when you sit there and go and have a cigarette with somebody. It has to do with communication and shit. That's a whole nother breakdown. But and then you think it's okay because you got somebody else that's doing it with you. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so you're not thinking about it, and then you chit and chat, whatever. And so your mind is taking off the shame and guilt of smoking a cigarette for many people. Okay, not everybody thinks like that when they smoke. So it's the same thing I see when it comes to gossip. You know, when it comes to cigarettes, like you have no idea what that shit's doing to your body because you can't see it. But it's the same thing with gossip. You don't know what it's doing to your spiritual embodiment, or your mental, emotional embodiment because you can't see it. But you get around a group of people who's all talking shit, you think it's all well and fine because nobody's holding you accountable for nothing. You know what I'm saying? So if I feel like you're the type of person that picked that up and was like, yo, I'm putting this down. You know what I'm saying? This box of gossip. you know. So that you wanted to get away from a lot of I'm hearing traffic. Like mental, emotional, spiritual fucking traffic. Like you don't want nothing to do with it. You don't care what Becky with the good hair got going on. You don't give a fuck about, you know, who's saying this and how this person is doing that. If anything, you really like to congratulate people on any come ups that they got going on. You like to I'm picking up you could be in a lesbian relationship. I don't know why I'm picking that up specifically. It was like an emphasis on that. Or that's what you would rather be in, or that's what you used to be. I don't know, but that just came out of the fucking blue. Um, you may have a child, or want a child with this person. There's like I don't know, man. I'm getting like a spin off. I'm getting like oh, by the way, um, but you've been the type of person to isolate for a long time, and so don't feel whatever shame you have about not answering this person's calls or not hitting that person back up, whatever. Um, I'm hearing a slight delay in a project. If you get a slight delay in a project, know that it's only because um, know that it's only because You need to take an extra time out to fix the shame that may be stuck in your solar plexus chakra. When you got stuff going on, you're doing something new for yourself, you're doing the very things that people said that you could never do. And you're finally making it in ways that people looked at you and said, oh, you're never going to make it because you're used to either being poor or whatever the case is. They used to get down on you a lot. You take this time. I'm specifically picking up if you can fast, if you can do a water fast for at least 3 days before the eclipse. It's going to help you out in a way where you just don't fucking see it coming. You could prevent the delay in your project if you do this immediately for yourself. If you take at least 3 days, and it's full circling back to the magic of number 3 when I started in the beginning of this video. 3 days of a water fast. Speak into your water because your water holds memory. Okay? And it takes effect on your body when you ingest it. Speak into your water the very things you want to manifest. Do the 369 method with a brand new fresh notebook if you can get it. Or fresh paper if you got like printer paper or something, whatever it is that you got. But take this time to make a major breakthrough through your solar plexus chakra, because when you go off and do these things even you thought you could never find, never do, because you just felt like you didn't have the support, or you had a real hard time comprehending certain things, but like your passion was there. Tend to the garden of your solar plexus chakra, because all you've ever ingested in your life, besides the beautiful downloads that God gave to you on the physical realm, all you've ever ingested was junk talk, like junk food. Okay? Oh, you'll never make it, you're too stupid, you're too poor, you're too this, you're too that, yada yada yada. Don't let nobody feed you that shit, because that's what you've been digesting for a long time, is bullshit from people, places, and things. I'm also seeing like a group of people that's like hardcore, and I mean currently they're doing this right now. Not like while you're watching the video, but currently they're behind your back and they're talking wild shit, bro. They're talking wild shit. They just look at you. First off, they look at you because that they are intimidated by you. Okay. They are intimidated by you. Okay. Some of them don't even know that, because they're so caught up in the gossip. They're so caught up in the talk. They're so caught up in my nose is itching. Yup. They're so caught up in the teasing of you. It's like an amusement park for them. They find every little thing of you that they could never express, and they ride it like a roller coaster. So if you're putting yourself out there and you're feeling that pull, that's what that is. Okay? Gosh, I'm getting a lot on the throat chakra, especially like right there. But in terms of your solar plexus, tend to that garden and ask the divine for help. I've said this in a previous video. I don't know if they all uploaded in order, so I can't say if it was the last video. What I will say is there's a video I put up and put out that I talked about. Be careful of what you eat and how much you eat and all that. And if you need to call a hotline or phone a friend, do that. Okay? It will help you. It will help you. Okay? You're gonna have to purge energetically. So you might heave and you might think that you're actually gonna throw up. You're not. It really is just energetic mucus. That's what I'm specifically picking up on. Let go of the shame that you've had of separating yourself from people. Okay, because You just really try to get away from all this. Okay, that was a lot, but it was very necessary. Um, I'm seeing if you start to eat a raw diet, it doesn't have to be boring. Season your fucking food. Now, the season your fucking food, that's not a download. That's a suggestion that I'm telling you right now. You do not have to sit there and hack into a fucking green pepper and be like, huh, I'm healthy now. Like, nah, 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 nah. You do not have to suffer in that way. Okay? When you eat raw, you don't have to. There's nothing wrong with seasoning. You know what I'm saying? It's herbs and spices. So enjoy yourself on that. Okay, when you make a salad, I love to season my salad. When I chop up my lettuce and everything, um, I season the lettuce. So what I'll do is I season it with Himalayan salt, black pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, um, sometimes za'atar, sometimes Italian seasoning, and then sometimes I love sriracha powder. Sriracha sauce is okay, but sriracha powder is one of the best spices I've ever used in my life. And then I put my toppings in there, and then I toss it up. It's yummy. You know what I'm saying? You put whatever red wine vinaigrette, drizzle that on there. You know what I'm saying? Got some avocado, got some cucumber, tomato, and some red onion. Um, Mwah. You know what I mean? So um, enjoy your new lifestyle. Make it artistic, okay? Even for the things that you were afraid to let go of, or the things that you didn't think that you can try, turn everything into an art, okay? There is an art to live in, okay? Um, but let go of the shame that you've had of having to isolate yourself from people was very necessary, and some of them understand that, but not everybody has to understand what's going on, what you're going through. Express before you explain, okay? Be yourself. Don't think that you have to explain who you are or explain your craft. Just enjoy your craft. If somebody wants to hit you with an interview or something like that, cool, and allow that to happen, okay? um Stay away from I'm hearing an obnoxious amount of candy. So like I said, I'm talking to somebody with a hardcore sweet tooth. Um, I think that's why I say Airheads. Even though Airheads are yummy as fuck. Not the orange ones, they're okay. The purple ones are good. The white ones are good. The red ones are good. I'm not trying to egg it on. I'm sorry. Um, Also tap into your past life. Tap into your past life to see if you've cleared up your financial karma. I am specifically picking up on a group of people that have had many past lives where they were very poor and many past lives where they were very rich. Tap into your past life, tap into your Akashic records, and see what your behavior was when you had money. Because what I am specifically picking up on, there was some of you that misused your money. Seeing somebody hang. Like you would pay to see people hang. Oh wow. If you guys don't know, I am a past life reader. And when I tell you I can fall into somebody's past life, it happens so quickly, so easily. So if ever you want a past life reading, you can hit me up at Krista Elora the Oracle at gmail.com. Okay? There's a lot of clearing up to do when it comes to the past lives, but you can tap into it too without having to pay for a reading. It's up to you, okay? Um, but I'm picking up, there was a past life, I'm hearing the word guillotine. You used to pay to have people killed because you wanted to seek justice before anybody else did. If you felt like somebody did you wrong, seen a big old mustache too, just got the coins, man. You got the coins. Like, people came to you, bro. Holy shit. Like, you got a big old round belly too. You kind of look like a train conductor, but you're not a train conductor. You're just rich as fuck. There's also I'm hearing maybe a train phobia. You may have gotten hit by a train in this life. Wow. Um. Wow. Um. I have to go soon. When somebody did you wrong, instead of being patient and understanding the situation, I'm hearing a request. Like, you would take people's request to kill. You would question everybody else, but you wouldn't question it for yourself. If you felt that somebody did you wrong or somebody did something wrong, you would be so quick to fucking kill them. You had the money to do it. You paid the law enforcement so much money. Go get this person. Go get that person. That person's on a bounty. Go get them. Go get them. They're done. Here's a reward if you find this person. You would just throw your money out. The lesson that God wants you to learn is that there is such thing as spiritual jail, in which I believe you probably know this by now. There is spiritual justice, okay? And killing people is not your immediate justice. Because some of those people that you killed back in the day, um, you took accusations that were untrue. And you lynched them, chopped off their heads, all that. You did all that. And you did it with no hesitation. The only people that you wouldn't kill were children. And you killed women easily and you killed men. And it wasn't for the joy of killing, it was for the purpose of justice. So you had a good heart, but your heart went rot because of whatever hurt you did not, whatever hurt that you suffered through in that life to fill the void. You didn't see it as filling a void in that life. You felt like you were doing right by God by getting rid of these motherfuckers, but not everybody needed to get rid of. Okay, but you used a lot of money. You invested a lot of money into um, a false idea of justice. Okay, in this life, made justice be you prevailing. Made justice be you doing the things that everybody else said you couldn't do, or you yourself said you couldn't do. You know what I'm saying? Made justice look like for you um, coming out of the cage and getting your freedom and reaching to that rainbow that you always envisioned. You know what I'm saying? May your justice look like not just financial abundance, but you have to be able to see the riches of your soul. So anytime you do get hurt, you tap into your heart space and you heal with that energy. That is rich. That's rich to be able to heal yourself from the inside out. And you've been doing it all this time. But now you just have to hit it with the stamp of approval. Know that you are rich. Stay confident. The way you are confident in healing yourself, the way you are confident in your magic, oh gosh, the way you are confident in God. Stay confident, okay? You stay with that confidence, you stay with that heart space, and then you'll be able to get your riches back financially and in every sense of the word, okay? So I pray that this reading or this channel message helped you guys. Like I said, if you're interested in getting a past life reading, you can hit me up at Krista Alora, the Oracle at gmail.com. And it's the same name as my YouTube, just at gmail.com. Also, if you are interested in a podcast that has a lot of wisdom, you can hit me up. Well, you can go and check out the podcast on Spotify. It's called Learning Thyself Podcast. Okay, where I'm here to teach you things I've learned about my life and hopes and confidence that'll help you along your journey. Okay, you guys have a blessed day. Take deep breaths, stay confident, drink lots of water, and stay in gratitude and self-love. Peace.